Let's start it up. Welcome, everybody, to Adventure 20 of Guy Party Podcast.
You got the number right this time.
Boom. Not 19. This is 20. Adventure 20 of Guy Party Podcast. There's Matt, my good buddy Matt, joined by my gaming buddy Matt. He's on the other side of me. If you're watching the video. It is July 15th, Sunday, around 5 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock his time.
I don't think they need a play-by-play.
They need a play-by-play. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Yeah, let's just get right into it. What was your week like, Matt? I'm curious because I really haven't talked to you much. I haven't done shit.
What was my week like? Not too much. Just gamed a lot. Worked a lot.
Lucky.
Started playing. So recently, I've been playing a lot of Vermintide, Warhammer Vermintide with my buddies, and just seems so we picked up Vermintide 2. Such a better game.
Gotcha.
So much better. Yeah.
Sweet.
It was like they took everything that was kind of wrong with the first game and fixed it.
That's
and
rare.
Improved on some things, which is pretty cool. Or I guess I shouldn't say took things that were wrong with it and fixed it. They just heavily improved on a lot of stuff. Because like at the end of each map or each level or whatever you want to call it, you would essentially roll these dice, and it was pretty much RNG to give you a random weapon. And depending on if you found things on the level, it would increase your chance of getting better loot. What they did in the second one was you always get chests no matter what, and in each chest there's 3 items, and it just makes it easier to get better gear.
That's how it was in Borderlands, man. Gotta get the chests.
We looked it up, and what it seemed like was pretty much when you open a chest, you're guaranteed to get within 5 better or 5 worse power of whatever the best thing is that you've gotten out of a chest. So it's not like I have like it's kind of like Borderlands where it has like the color level, but instead of the color that was on that, where's white, green, blue, purple, orange.
Yep, and then pearlescent.
Was that in 2 and pre-sequel?
That was in 2 and pre-sequel, yes.
All right, I didn't remember those.
Actually, no, it was in the first one too. Pearlescence.
I knew it was in the first one. I didn't remember in the sequels.
There's some. I think there was a couple in the second one. I don't know if I don't know about the pre-sequel. I haven't fucked around with that one too much. Only beat it like 7 times. So.
Well, essentially in the first one it was white, green, blue, orange, and it looked like there was a red after that.
Purple.
There was no purple in Vermintide.
Oh, okay, yeah. No,
so white, still. Green, blue, orange, red.
Gotcha.
So essentially, if you had an orange item and you rolled for a new weapon in the first one, odds of you getting something better were lower. Whereas in this, it's like the odds are kind of evenly split of getting something worse and getting something better and getting something pretty much the same.
That's how they get you, man.
But I mean, that's the nice thing about the new one is it evens it out a little bit more. So you're constantly you're almost always constantly improving at least one thing. It seems like.
That's good. Is there loot for like shields, like armor? What do you got? Just weapons or what?
I think it's mainly weapons. But then you get there's like a trinket, a necklace, and like something else, which adds to like your power.
I love trinkets. Trinkets.
Which
such a good word.
Sure. But they essentially add to your power, which like involves like your damage and stuff like that. We still haven't figured it all out, like how that works out. But yeah, I mean we're enjoying it, and also like in the first game, it was just like you have this guy who's like more focused on this guy who does more focused on that. Like one guy was more focused with a bow, one was with a like a wizard. Whereas now it's the same character still, but like it's more diversified. Where like it gives you a skill tree almost, and it's like at level 5 you can take either faster movement speed, faster attack speed, or more ammo. And at level 10 you can do this, or this, and it goes all the way to I think 30. And then on top of that, there's like 3 quote unquote career paths where it's like I'm playing as a dwarf right now. First one was kind of like I think the first one was
Dwarf.
dealing damage, so it's like putting out a lot of damage and having extra ammo. And then the one I just unlocked is more of like a tanky, like just a lot of health, can take hits, stuff like that. And then
Gotcha.
when you change those, it's a whole different set of skill trees that you can choose from.
Dude, I love skill trees because that just adds the replayability.
Yeah,
Different skill tree every time. I love that. That's why you can play Borderlands fucking like 18 times.
It-
you know?
it-
It's a different game every time.
imagine almost Borderlands, but I guess it's about the same. I guess
Imagine Borderlands just a little bit more non-Borderlandsy.
I guess
Boom, got it.
it's close to the same.
Is it? It's not
Um,
like cell shading or anything, is it? Or,
It's not cell shaded, but it doesn't look like it's trying to be like super realistic.
okay.
If that makes sense.
It'll age well. It'll
Yeah,
age
I
better.
don't think it will age quite as well as Borderlands, but it will still be one of those where it's like, if I go back to it in 5 or
Gotcha.
6 years, it'll be like, the
It won't
graphics
be
aren't
fucking
terrible.
drastic change. Yeah. That's cool.
So,
Good.
like, it will probably be like going back to like maybe middle to end of like the PS3 360 era, where it's like graphics weren't terrible, but they weren't amazing what they are now.
Dude. I don't think they can get much better than they were
See, you
until
say
they
that.
did.
I was gonna say
Until they
you
did,
played God
yeah.
of War and I
Yeah.
played Final Fantasy 15, and the graphics on those are amazing.
Out of this world.
So, but
yeah. Hell's yeah.
what else did I do this week? Oh, I
was it?
I finally like I'm sitting down and finishing Dark Souls 3. I powered through a bunch of it today and yesterday. I'm just like
okay.
getting all the
Remastered,
achievements.
right?
No, Dark Souls 3. I haven't gotten
Oh,
all the
okay.
achievements in that yet, and I'm like sitting down. I started New Game Plus Plus. I'm gonna be able to finish it out there.
Plus.
Yeah, dude. I got an achievement today for one of the endings. You can choose 3 different endings. One
Mhm.
of them is convoluted as fuck. Like, let me pull up what you have to do for this ending, because it's like 8 steps, and if you don't know
That's too many
what you're
steps.
doing, you can easily fuck it up.
Fuck that.
All right, so first
That's
step,
hard.
you have to find Yul of Londor at the foot of the high wall. Recruit him,
He's
take him to
such a
Fire
dick.
Link. Yeah, no, he's pretty cool. He gives you some free
I have no
level
idea.
ups.
No, dude.
But-
Never played Dark Souls.
Then you have to request his strength. You have to let him level you up. To do that, you have to die. He has to level you up 5 times. To do that, you have to die like, I think it's like 12 times. On top of that,
Okay.
it gives you what's called Halloween. You can never cure this thing. If you do cure it, you can't get this ending. So when you do it 5 times, you get
Oh, fuck.
something called a Dark Sigil, which you get 5 of. Then you find this other NPC called Anre of Astora at another location. Exhaust all dialogue. Speak to them again when they're back at like the hub location after killing a boss, and then they will appear in another location. Exhaust all dialogue. You gotta specifically choose no and never tell the one NPC where her traveling companion is. Then you have to go find that traveling companion that's missing, kill them, and then when you find the first NPC, Henri, you exhaust all dialogue. You can either tell her that you killed him or choose nothing. After that, this is where it starts to get really convoluted. You find her
Wasn't
again.
Convoluted.
No, it gets even worse.
Oh,
You find her
Jesus.
again in a church. You exhaust all dialogue. You're not allowed to kill another NPC in that location, who's disguised. And then after you kill the boss in that area, you find another character back at the hub location. And if done correctly, it will tell you to go to the Temple of the Dark Moon, where you need a specific ring which is located in a different part of the game to get into. So unless you know previous knowledge from the first Dark Souls, you would not know where this location is. And then you go down there, you perform a ceremony where essentially, spoiler alert for a game that's like 5 years old, you kill this NPC. And then after
Kill
that, you
everybody.
talk to another NPC, and then you go fight the final boss, but you cannot summon or give an NPC a certain item, or else you can't get this achievement.
What?
Yeah, it's like 8 steps where it's super convoluted.
Yeah, that's so easy to fuck up too.
Yeah, I think I've tried
Mess
it
up
like
one
2 or 3
step.
times, and I finally got it because like I screwed up a step here or there.
Jesus Christ, how long does it take you?
Well, you gotta beat the game, so it's at least 8 hours.
Fuck
Unless
that.
you're a speedrunner and can do it in like an hour.
Fuck that.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I'm
no
down.
thanks. That
I'm
sounds
down
too much
to pretty much just get in. I just have to go through and find all the items hidden in the world now. Which
Do you like? I think we might have talked about this before. Do you like the fucking the the gathering of items and stuff? Like, oh, get 50 of these, or like just for example, like the packages in Grand Theft Auto, or like in God of War, the Eyes of Odin, the ravens. Like, do you like collecting those or no?
yes and no.
Why and why?
So I like collecting because it gives me something to look for. Like, gives me something to do outside of like the main story. Especially
That's
if there's
true,
an
yep.
achievement involved. It's like, all right, that's a semi-easy achievement, so to speak.
It is, but it's time
The
consuming.
thing, well, it keeps you playing though, right?
It does.
Like we said before, it
Yeah.
adds gameplay, adds time to
Playability.
play in the game. The cost
Yep.
of hour per dollar works out in your favor the more you do that. The
True,
thing I
true.
don't like about that stuff is, one, I think we might have talked about with Horizon, where there's like a collectible you have to get in like the very beginning of the game, and if you miss
It's
it,
missable.
it's missable. Yeah. I don't like stuff
Mhm.
like
You
that.
have to- that's fucking dumb. I like being able to go
Or
back and get it.
when
I
it's like,
glitched my way in to get that.
yeah,
by the way.
I remember you saying that. Or if it's just like there's
Worked.
either a poop ton of stuff you have to collect,
Poop
and
time.
like you have to like really retrace your steps to get stuff, but like I don't know, I'm hit or miss. I lean more towards the I guess I like it than don't like it, but
Yeah, I like it. I like it too. I always like collecting the packages and shit. Like
Yeah.
especially, it all started like GTA 3, like getting the actual packages. That was fun.
I think for me it was Assassin's Creed,
Yeah, I
like one of
like
the
it.
first ones.
I'm thinking of the Uncharted series. I don't like it in the Uncharted series because they're so easy to miss,
Mhm.
and you really can't go back too many times. Like
That's what I
other
don't
portions.
like. Like, luckily with Dark Souls, like you can just pop around to all the different areas. There's no area in the game where once you leave, you can't go back,
That's good.
and you
Yeah.
can kind of fast travel to a bunch of different locations. So like earlier today, I was just going through trying to get a bunch of like miracles, pyromancy, sorceries, and it was just like I literally put up wiki, put on my second monitor, and it was just like,
Mhm.
all right, I have that, I don't have that, but I need to buy it from this NPC who I don't have in my hub location for some reason, so I'll get it in New Game Plus Plus. That, all right, I know exactly where that is. I'll go get that real quick, see if anything else is in there. No, all right,
Yeah.
and just look back and forth the entire time.
Yep. It sucks.
Um,
It seems way too complicated to get an achievement.
Yeah.
But once you get it, it's the
I'm
reward,
gonna
man.
free up so much room on my hard drive when I finish Dark Souls 3,
Why?
because it's taking up
Uninstall?
like I think like 60 gigs. Yeah, I'm gonna install that, uninstall it.
Damn.
Gonna free it up for something else I want to achievement hunt on. I mean, I'm going for
Yeah.
Final Fantasy right now and Dark Souls 3.
Cool.
I'm gonna work through Vermintide 2 with my buddies because right now there's no DLC for it, so it's like all the achievements are just base game. Where I think majority of my achievements left are beat the game on the difficulties, and level up each character to max level, and that's pretty much all
I don't
have.
like the difficulty level, the difficulty achievement.
It depends what it
Pers-
does with the difficulty.
I mean, fuck. Some games are hard as hell,
Yeah,
and I don't want to.
Like,
Some
I'm-
games are hard. Like the first couple hours of God of War, I didn't really get the mechanics of it yet. Like that was on normal. It was still pretty difficult.
yeah. I
And, like, as
remember
you go through,
even
it's pretty hard. Even the
even
Valkyries right
me
now.
like kind of walking in the beginning was like taking a little time to just
Mhm.
get used to everything.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, like
It's cool though.
when I picked Dark Souls back up just a couple days ago, I haven't touched it in like probably 2 or 3 months at that point, and I think it took me like a solid 3 or 4 hours just to get back into it.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
was
usually
used
how it goes
I
with
was used to
controls and shit.
playing, not even just that, but it was just like I was playing a lot of Vermintide, with my buddies where it's like you don't have to worry about like attacks taking away stamina or anything like that. So like literally you just constantly swinging, not having to worry about stamina management or anything. And then going to Dark Souls where stamina management is like when people are like, what do I need to know about Dark Souls? It's like that's like number 3 or 4 on the list of learn stamina management. Because if you don't have that, you're gonna die. But
fuck that.
It's Vermintide 2 has just been so fun. Like it's one of those games where I might suggest like you pick it up.
I can't.
There's gonna be too many games coming out once you're done studying.
Dude, yeah. I'm fucked.
And it actually, I'll save that point for later because it's not necessarily about my week, but something I do want to bring up. Oh, last thing, which happened today. I tried to see Ant-Man today. But
what happened?
So
what stopped you from seeing Ant-Man?
You want to know? All right, this is what happened.
Yes.
So I get done work at 9 o'clock in the morning. Look up on my phone. Earliest show in the 3 theaters around me is like, I think it was 10:40. It's like, all right, plenty of time. I ran home real quick, like close the windows because we had a storm coming in, and then went to the theater. You know, buy my popcorn, sit down, and 10:40 rolls around, and you know, like it does like the whole silence your cell phone things, whatever. Like, all right, screen goes black. Like, all right, this is a little odd, but all right. 1 minute goes by, 2 minutes go by, 3 minutes go by, 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by, and a guy comes out and it's like, yeah, my manager's working on it right now. You know, we'll let you know in like 5 or 10 minutes what the deal is. So we're waiting, still black screen, you know, sitting in a dark theater. Nothing's happening. And he comes out and he's like,
unsilence your fucking cell phones. That's what I would do at that point.
He's like, yeah, we're not gonna be able to show the movie right now. You know, everyone's gonna get like a free readmittance for any movie that's not sold out. You know, yada yada yada. I was pissed. I was like,
dude, fuck that. Yeah, I mean, you're there, you're sitting there with popcorn that you paid way too much for.
Luckily, the ticket I paid was like $5.
Matinee.
Yeah, because it was 10:40 in the morning, so it was like $5.
That's what we try to do.
But it was just like, so I looked up movie times. Next movie time coming up was like in an hour and a half out of like the theaters by me. I was like, well, if I wait for that, I literally, including the time of watching the movie and driving back home, it would take 5 hours out of my day. And I was like, I'm going to go home because I don't want to waste half my day sitting in a movie theater.
You're already there. And
sat there for
a lot of that time,
45 minutes waiting for a movie to play that didn't play. And I was like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to play video games. I'm going to do other things because I don't want to, like I said, waste 4.5, 5 hours of my day sitting in a theater.
It's a long movie too. It was.
I think I looked it up. It was like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's just over 2 hours. So figure including previews and post credits, you're sitting there for at least 2.5 hours.
Yeah, easy.
At least.
Shit, man. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks.
Yeah, you were giving me shit when I told you I didn't see it. That's
totally dicked. Yeah, because I want to talk about it.
Yeah. So I got
small little dude.
Guest readmit
pass.
So I'm gonna probably try and see it later this week, one day after work.
You do you.
But
you do you.
Maybe I'll save that for a different movie that like don't necessarily want to pay to see, but kind of want to see. So.
Or just use it for the movie you want to see and don't go see the movie you don't want to see.
Good. But here's the thing also, if I wait until next weekend to see Ant-Man again, I can see an early morning show, pay matinee, which in total would be about the price of one actual ticket, and then use that on something else.
True.
So
I guess. Whatever.
I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I haven't seen Ant-Man yet, and I was kind of stoked to see it, and that happened, and I was like, can't waste 5 hours out of the day.
Nah, did they tell you what was wrong? Why they couldn't play it?
No, they didn't even say it.
Because it wasn't. It's not film. The film didn't get like cut.
Yeah.
You know.
Like you
so
would
it's
assume
like,
it's just push play and
Yeah.
it would start. So I don't know if it was like whatever projects it wasn't warmed
maybe
up,
the projector was fucked up.
or if it was like something was fucked up with the file. I don't know, but it's just like we can't play it. And it was like, all right, well,
Well, fuck you.
yeah.
You bitch.
And I think he was also like, we can give you a refund for your tickets. And I was like, paid $5 for a ticket. Half the theaters are already waiting to get a refund. Is it worth half an hour, possibly, to get $5 back?
Now just get the free ticket.
Is it? Yeah, like, is it worth my time to stand in line to get $5 back to where I can just go home and do something else?
Yeah, no, because if you get that free readmittance, you can go whenever, right?
As long as it's not sold out.
Yeah, so you can go at a time
So,
that's
Yeah.
if it's 4 o'clock and it's convenient and it's a $10 ticket, you can still save $5 there. So fuck it. I think you picked the right choice there, buddy.
Yeah.
Picked the right choice there, buddy.
Oh, and then last thing. I keep on putting on things onto the end of it.
Whatever.
I think like 2 weeks ago,
Drum roll, please.
I got like a comic called DC Metal, where like it was like about Batman's
That's so
worst
metal,
fears.
dude.
Shut up.
So metal.
It was like Batman's worst fears like coming out, and like the worst fears. Well, there's a Italian comic which like shows the origins of all these like his worst fear of himself coming to. Some of them were pretty messed up. Like they all involve kind of killing other heroes almost. For like in his mind, it's like helping out, but ultimately it like makes him evil. It started off with him taking the Flash, strapping the Flash to the Batmobile, so Batman can access the Speed Force, and then they pretty much get fused together, and Batman becomes like a evil Flash essentially. Like that's how it starts out, and it was pretty crazy.
That sounds a little bit far fetched, but
I mean, it was
pretty
metal.
cool.
It was metal.
That's so
It
metal.
was so metal. But yeah,
What's more metal? What's more metal, dude? Fusing yourself with another superhero, or like, just being the regular Batman? No, that's so metal. It's to fuse yourself.
shut up.
Hell yeah. Cool,
What about you?
dude. That
How
sounds cool.
was your eventful week of studying?
I studied.
All right. That's it. And chill.
Yeah, it was pretty much just that all week. My upstairs neighbors are gone, and knock on wood, they're still fucking gone. I hope they're on vacation for like 6 months. They suck, but
As you said before.
oh, they're so fucking loud. But this past week was actually pretty good. I was able to studying peace. Played some video games. Played a little bit more Fallout, just roaming around. I didn't start Nuka World yet because I gotta like force it to start, and it's like I don't know if it's gonna fucking start up. You know what I mean? There's a glitch that I actually have to go to the area where it starts off, and I have to like do something to get it to click. You know what I mean?
I think you
To
said that
force
last
on.
week.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. But
Yeah.
I threw God of War back in.
Yeah.
I was playing around in Niflheim.
Is
getting
that
some-
which?
It's a Valdi's workshop with the mist echoes. You go in and you have to like kind of your time. You get like a meter bar up top, and you can't be within that mist for so long or else you die.
Niflheim. Which one was Niflheim? Is that the elves?
No, that's pretty much just Niflheim, just a Valdi's workshop.
Is it? I don't remember that.
Let me find. Did you go there yet? Because it's
I beat the game.
post game. It's post game.
maybe
You have to go
not.
after the game.
No, I didn't beat it. Didn't
Yeah,
go back
but-
then. That would explain it. Didn't go back. All right.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's one of the 9 worlds located in Norse mythology, which sometimes overlaps the notions of Niflheim and Hell. Yeah, it's pretty much a big workshop. You got to go in there, and like you pretty much have to collect a bunch of fucking mist echoes.
All right.
And I'm ruining it for you. There's just stuff I want to do in there that I want to beat some realm tears and shit, but nothing you haven't done. It's just in a different area. So beat the realm tears and move on. But besides that, I actually played some more Super Mario Odyssey
Oh yeah.
because that's just so quick. I just pick up the
Yeah.
Switch, turn it on, and just I'm already in it. So I just
Get a couple moons.
collect some moons. Yeah, I got like I think I got like 30 yesterday. In the what's the Sea Kingdom?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't know. The one right before Luncheon Kingdom. It's when you're swimming around the whole time. It's a pretty cool
Where you can
kingdom.
become cheap cheeps. The fish.
You can be those in a couple.
Be it in that and the ice world. What other ones? I guess there's the underwater world, right? Is that what it is? The underwater world?
I don't know what it's called. Anyway, I got all the when you go break the little metal box and it gives you all the new moves. I got all of those. So
nice.
Next
all
30,
that total or in that world?
Just in that world, I got 30 more. But I think it's 40 more to get to the darker side of the moon. So
that's fucking hard.
Yeah. Not looking forward to that. But actually I am. So I'm just slowly chipping away at that. I spent my 9,999 coins and got the skeleton outfit.
Nice.
So I'm just skeleton running around. It's pretty fucking funny.
Nice.
Just to like see like little just
worth
feet
it.
Popping. Worth it. Spent all my coins ever, but totally worth it. Yeah, so just been fucking around with that. I played a little bit of Celeste, but really not much.
I played a little bit actually earlier this weekend or like Friday.
I'm playing B-sides. The B-sides are fucking hard.
I still have to beat the game.
We should probably get on that. It's a great game.
I'm working through it.
I forget how many chapters is it?
I think I looked it up. It's like 8. I think I beat
7,
3 or
8.
4. I think I'm like roughly
get the fuck on it. It's a great game, man.
Dude, I've had so many things I'm playing through.
Fuck you.
We've gone over my backlog in Steam. It just keeps growing too.
Dude, mine's just gonna keep growing. My birthday's coming up. So
your birthday is coming up. Shit.
Yeah, so I asked Ashley, she's like, what do you want? And I was like, if you're gonna get me something, you don't need to get me anything, but if you're gonna get me something, might as well get something I want. So you might as well get me the Insane Trilogy. The Crash Insane Trilogy. 3 games, $40. That's pretty cheap.
That is actually.
I asked for that. It is pretty cheap.
I think I've put like a
solid gift too.
I think I put about 3 hours into it, and I still haven't beaten the first game yet.
They're fun games. It just reminds me of my grandparents' house, like because they always had for PS1. They had them.
I didn't remember how, or I never realized how hard they were because I never played them when I was younger. That first hour and a half, 2 hours, I was dying an hour, death a minute, pretty much.
Hell yeah! Whoa! You turned to a little angel. Yeah. So that's for that. But dude, the next couple months, I'm just gonna be able to play a couple minutes. Maybe like an hour or so every other night. Because
we should cart sometime.
We should, but when do I have time?
Can't be studying every night.
Literally am. I'm studying every night. I have to learn 4 years of college in the next 3 months.
Well, shit.
Plus stuff I didn't even learn. So.
Well, shit. Have fun with that.
I'm currently am. I was just studying before this about coal and petroleum geology, and now I'm gonna study after that.
Fuck that.
But then again, excuse me. When I do get time to play, like it's at night, I'm like, fuck this. It's 9:30. I'm not studying anymore. And by that time, I can play like maybe an hour of game. And it's like 11 minutes. It's almost midnight where you are. So it's like
depending on the day, I can. I mean, if you do it on Friday or Saturday, I can knock it out easily.
That's true, but true. Anyway, besides that, yesterday was a pretty actually eventful day. We went to the mall. I actually wanted to buy some shoes or something, so I stopped in like FYE to look at posters and whatnot, and picked up 2 new posters because they're buy one get one half off.
Nice.
So I got the episode of Rick and Morty where the parasites, like when they remember things.
The one with Mr. Pickle, Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Mr. Poopy Butthole, yeah, and Sleepy Gary and the butler, everybody. It's that when you open, it's just everybody from that scene, just like there, like look at the camera, like tinkles and everything. That's a pretty good poster.
Definitely one of the better episodes.
Oh yeah. Mr. Poopy Butthole, she shoots and he just starts bleeding out. Oh god. Oh god, that's great. And
I think
got
that was the
a,
first episode I ever saw.
that was a good first episode.
That
though.
was. I was like, all right,
If
I'm in.
anything can drag you into that show, it's
I'm in.
that.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I also got the Nuka World with the girl just sitting on
Nice.
something. She's just drinking a Nuka Cola and just says Nuka Cola in the bottom. That's a good one. Fallout poster. So I got those, and when I was buying it, the Rick and Morty thing, I was looking at also at a Pickle Rick mug. I
just watched that episode.
I couldn't. I didn't want to spend like $16 on a fucking coffee mug, so I was like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
As I was buying it, the girl was like, "Oh, have you gone downtown today yet?" I was like, "No, why?" She's like, "Oh, the Rickmobile is in Cheyenne today for the tour." I was like, "No shit." She's like, "Oh yeah, I think it's actually pulling out pretty soon because it was like 4:15 when we were there." She's like, "Oh yeah, I think it's over at 5." So like, fuck, like we quick bought the shit, got in the car and drove across town. So we had like 20 minutes to go check this place out, and like they were starting to close up a little bit, and they're selling a bunch of stuff. I wanted to get like a t-shirt and whatnot, but I don't want to be that guy when they're closing up and packing up and everything. Hey, no, can I buy that? Wait. So I just got a picture. I think I posted to our Instagram earlier today with the Rickmobile. I got a picture with it. Rickmobile, and like right next to it was one of those wacky inflatable G-Man people. It was Mr. Poo Poo Butthole.
Nice.
It was just
I honestly wouldn't expect any less.
Right. So there's one of that, and then there was a big blow up doll of like Pickle Rick. So I got a picture with the inflatable Pickle Rick.
Nice.
And that was pretty random surprise, and it was really fun. It was fucking cool to see that because I was just in the store browsing all the Pickle Rick shit, and I don't get the show is great in all aspects, but how did Pickle Rick take off? How did Pickle Rick separate from the pack?
I don't know.
Dude,
maybe it was
everything is
just so
Pickle Rick.
random.
I guess so.
Because I literally just watched that episode today, and it starts off with Rick calling Morty into the garage, and he's like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "Turn over the pickle." He's like, "Is this gonna be some trap?" And he just turns over and goes, "Pickle Rick!"
Yep.
And I think it was just so random,
Mhm.
and no one expected it.
I guess.
That it just
Yeah. Well,
took
everything
off.
in that show is so random. I don't expect half of it, which is
Yeah.
great. It makes it a good show. But anyway, we did that, and then we went and grabbed a beer at the Accomplice Brewing Company, which is where the event was being hosted. So
Nice.
we did that, and then afterwards, we're like, "What are we gonna do now?" It's like, yeah, it's like 6:00. We're like, let's fuck it. Arcade is right in town. We have like 2,600 tickets or something from last time we were there. Let's go and spend some more cash there. So put like $20 in, got some coins, some tokens, and then we played for like an hour and a half. We played some pinball, and then we were just going to win some tickets. And for whatever reason, Ashley kept that game with the lights that go around in a circle, and you got to stop it within the jackpot.
Yeah.
She won it 5 times in a row.
Nice.
Yeah, so she won like 600 tickets there. I played Deep Freeze. I don't know if you know what that game is. It's slope downward. You have a little chute where you aim your token, and when you drop it,
I think I kind of know.
So yeah, you gotta drop it and get it in the center. If you get it in the 50 ticket slot, it drops down further, and then there's like a 500 ticket slot that's literally just thick enough for your fucking coin to get into.
You hit it, didn't you?
I was fucking around, hitting it, throwing. I hit the 50. I usually just hit the 50 and just wait for it to come back up because you can hit the 50 pretty easily. It's easy 50 tickets. So I hit it, and I was like, I got 2 tokens left. It's like, fuck it. So I dropped one down, and because you have to hit it at the right depth, because if it goes too much, it'll hit too low. If you do it too early, of course, it'll hit too high. So I dropped it, and it hit too low. I was like, fuck it. Dropped it real quick, and whoop, right in the fucking thing. It was like 500 tickets. So we ended up with like 4,900 tickets.
Nice.
Total, yeah.
What'd
so
you
we got
get?
to show the prizes. I posted that on Instagram too. We were gonna get like this like AC/DC blow-up sign. Not blow-up sign, like a light sign that hangs on the wall, but it was like 3,500 tickets. I was like, that's all of our tickets. Fuck that. So we were just looking around. I was like, in the bottom left corner of the whole stand, there's like these Pac-Man like frosted mugs. like these nice frosted mugs. I was like, how much are those things? Guy's like 1,500 tickets. It's like, okay, give me 2 of those.
Easy.
Yep, give me 2 of the fucking cool ass mugs. And then we got Ashley got like some playing cards she wanted. She got like Despicable Me playing cards. I don't know.
Wow.
I got a little plush ghost from Pac-Man as well. When you eat the blue dot, when it flashes blue and white, I got one. It's like flashing white. So got one of those. And then we got like a bunch of shitty snacks. Got some Fun Dips, got some Airheads, got the Tootsie Rolls, and just had a good time. It was really fun.
Nice.
Because it's a barcade too.
Yeah.
So we had like a beer or 2 over there, and it was good. We had a good time.
I don't know if I've told you this story, but there's, you know what Dave and Buster's is, right?
Oh, I know what Dave and Buster's is.
So
Yes.
I remember back in college, I went with my girlfriend at the time. This was like beginning of college. And we went there. We were playing the games, and
Which one did you go to in Philly?
no, we went to the one in Plymouth Meeting, which
Okay.
is like 45 minutes
How far
outside of
from
the
Bloomsburg?
Philly. It might have been during the summer or like winter break.
Oh, okay.
So I think I was like already home for
Mhm.
like break or something.
Makes sense.
But we went, and there's a Wheel of Fortune thing where it's kind of like the light up one, that Ashley one, where it's like, you know, there's like 40, 50, 60, 10.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
like those
about.
tickets. And there's a small sliver, which is 1,000 at the very top. It's going. First try, 1,000. I was like, done.
Done.
And I remember
I won.
there was a kid
Fucking
standing
won.
like 10 feet to my left. He probably couldn't have been older than 12. He just looked at me like I was like God. And it was like just that starstruck
and
look on
done.
his face. I was like, done. I remember my girlfriend at the time, she was like, did that really just happen? I was like, yeah, that
Bet your
happened.
fucking ass it did.
And
I am
then
God.
a couple years later, I went there for work as a reward for like doing well in membership sales. And same place, had the Wheel of Fortune machine. I think I got 1,000 on my like second or third try.
Jesus Christ.
And it was just
That's
like,
lucky.
it's literally, I just looked like 4 or 5 lights to the left and just like hit it roughly when it's there and then just judge it off of that. So
Well, you got your method. It seems to work for you, Matt.
yeah,
Happy for you.
that's how I do the whole light game, is just look a couple lights before and try and hit it right before or at a certain light and judge it off of that.
Yeah, you gotta do that shit like too early, like 2 lights.
Yeah,
early,
you
'cause
you
hit
have
it,
to
there's
see
a
like
fucking
at
gap.
least 2 or 3 lights early to hit it, that reaction time, and that's like how I judged it. It was like, all right, I hit it way too early. Let's try and hit it on a light or 2 before, or a light 2 after where I aimed for.
Yep.
But
There you go. You figure it out.
that was
But,
a game show.
What's up?
Wasn't Figure It Out a game show? On
I think so.
With Summer Sanders.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was the one with the
Yeah,
it was
sounds
it was
about
the one
right.
with the giant head, where like the person had something, the kid had something special about them, and they had the head, and they were like 4
I
contestants.
just
They had to
remember
figure it
Slime-
out.
That's like Slime Time Live. Slime Time Live is a shit. Or the Legend of the Hidden Temple. Anyway, besides doing all that shit and going to the gym, that was my week. Didn't do
Alright.
anything besides that. But yesterday was fun. Yesterday was a good day.
That's
We
good,
Just kind of chilled.
dude.
Won some tickets.
Alright. So I heard this thing on the radio. It was a couple months ago, and I didn't really like process it until recently.
It's a big lag time, buddy.
Well, all right, like I heard it and like I read it, and it's like, all right, that's cool,
Yeah, screw it.
but
Next.
it involves Stephen King. So obviously
Okay.
he's a very successful writer. You know, he has many books that are apparently really good according to people, and he's
Mhm.
obviously made a living off of it, so he's successful.
Yep. And movies now.
And movies, yeah,
Well, I mean,
movies.
whatever.
But on the radio, I heard that almost all Stephen King's books are taking place within the quote unquote same universe.
That's a fucked up universe.
Yeah. I think
Someplace I would wanna live.
it's possibly 2 universes, roughly. Because I think there's some books that don't take place in the same universe as others, but like take place in the same book in the same universe as other books. But
okay.
so I mentioned before, I'm listening to Dark Tower.
Yeah.
The Dark Tower series, and it involves like interdimensional travel, kind of, and like time travel and stuff like that. Well, I'm listening.
Totally
I'm
into
on.
that.
I'm on book 5. The Wizakala,
Damn.
and they run into this one character called Father Callahan, and like it's just like, you know, he's talking and giving backstory about his character because he's just introduced, and he's telling the main characters about like his past. And he's talking about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I had to deal with vampires back in like on Salem's Lot." He said that. I was like, I think Salem's Lot is a Stephen King novel. And it was like, and I remember hearing on the radio that like Stephen King's books kind of all take place kind of like in the same universe and are connected in some way. So I'm at work and I pull up Google on my phone, and sure enough, Salem's Lot is a Stephen King novel. So I do a little bit more digging, and it turned out this character is the same character from Salem's Lot. And it was like, well, shit. And he pretty much tells you the whole story of Salem's Lot in this book, in the, like a short little 5-minute blurb, essentially. It seems like. And then apparently tells what happens after the book too, because like apparently people have asked for a Salem's Lot sequel, and Stephen King has been like, Father Callahan pretty much tells you what happens in Dark Tower 5 and Dark Tower 6.
Yep.
So
there's a sequel.
I don't need to write a sequel because he tells you everything that happens.
It's already been done.
So one, I was like, well, shit. Like now, there's no reason to read that book because I know the entire thing that happens and how it ends.
Mm-hmm.
So
you get the
one,
notes. You get the spark notes of it. You can read the more
if
fun
you're
details.
planning on reading Dark Tower, I would suggest possibly reading other books by Stephen King so you don't possibly have things spoiled like that. But
a lot of research to do before you read a book.
Yeah, but I mean, like apparently, it kind of, like I said, like Dark Tower seems interdimensional kind of stuff. So I'm assuming it touches a lot of stuff. Apparently, at some point, the main character in Dark Tower, Roland, apparently at one point meets Stephen King himself, which I think is going to be kind of weird when it gets to that part of the book. But I'm kind of interested to see how he does it. But then I was also like looking more into it, and there's a character that makes an appearance, I guess, in the last book of the series.
How many books in the series?
7.
Okay, you're almost done.
Yeah, I think I'm just finished part 1 of 3 on the 5th book. So I'm like a third of the way through, which I can knock the rest of the book out in like the next month on audiobook if I really focus on it. How long are they? I think this one was 30 hours.
Fuck, dude, that's insanely long.
I can knock out at least 6 to 7 hours in a weekend. So
that's a lot of fucking time.
Well, I listen to it when I'm
what does a book like that cost?
Well, I have Audible.
Yeah, you told me.
I'm subscribed to Audible, so it's like what? It's like $15
Is it still only 1 credit for a 30-hour book?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only one credit for any book.
So I mean,
damn.
I think it's worth it.
Is it worth it? Or is it worth it? Worth it. Worth it. I actually, sorry, when you're wrapped up, I'll tell you about my audiobook.
But apparently in the last book, there's a character which people were like theorizing that it's Pennywise from It.
Fuck that.
And because like in It, Pennywise feeds off of, like fear essentially. And apparently
I don't know anything about It.
That's what I've read. It was a weird book. I would suggest listening to it or reading it if you have time. Because it was a good book, and it was one of the few books that when I listened to it and read it, it actually like creeped me out a little bit myself. Yeah. But apparently there's a character in the last book of the Dark Tower that kind of has the same thing where it feeds off fear. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, it might be Pennywise from It," and Stephen King came out. And he's like, "It's not Pennywise, but it is the same species, essentially."
It's his goddamn brother.
Well, close. Apparently, at the end of it, you find out Pennywise laid a bunch of eggs, and people are speculating it's one of the eggs that hatched.
The fuck?
Yeah, and that made its way into the Dark Tower dimension universe thing.
How, is it not a clown? Isn't Pennywise a clown?
Yes and no. You want me to tell you?
I'm not gonna read it.
So Pennywise essentially just takes shape or form of your worst fear. And because clowns are such a popular phobia,
Got you.
it's usually a clown. But in the book, at one point, he takes shape of like a reptile man. He takes shape of like other humans that people are afraid of. So it just kind of takes shape. I think it's like original form is essentially like a spider type thing.
Weird.
But then like I'm listening to the 5th book. They keep mentioning this like turtle of life or something.
Yeah.
Or this grand turtle or something. And in it, the novel, one of the characters, I think it's Bill, I think is his name, one of the main characters. Whatever one has a stutter when he's younger. He essentially talks to like a giant cosmic turtle, which apparently like puked up the universe or something. And it's like I was listening to the Dark Tower series. I'm like, that's probably the same cosmic turtle from It. And it's just like the way he's been able to like interweave all these stories to kind of somehow fit together is ridiculous.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't read the book. I'm not gonna read the book. I haven't watched the movie. Not gonna watch the movie.
I might watch the movie at some point.
It's just something that, the more you know.
Yeah. I just thought it was interesting because I'm also, like I mentioned before, big on comics. And I'm always fascinated with how they have 17, 20 different character story arcs going at once by 17, 20 different writers. Yep. And they're able to interweave all that stuff together to get like a big overall story arc that's going on.
Speaking of comics, I watched The Mask this weekend.
Like with Jim Carrey, The Mask?
Yes. Did you know The Mask was a comic book?
I feel like I did know that.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
I feel like I remember reading it on Reddit at one point.
He read it on Reddit. I was watching it and I was like, what the fuck is this, the whole mask situation? Because he looks in the mirror at one point. He's like, am I some kind of like super villain or superhero or something? I was like, is this a fucking comic book? So I looked it up and sure enough, like The Mask, many people have apparently worn The Mask, but because the movie interpretation, Stanley Ipkiss, which is Jim Carrey's character in that movie, is the most famous person to have worn it. And I found that pretty interesting because that movie came out in 94. I was 3.
Yeah.
I saw it way back in the day. But now it makes sense, kind of. But it's a weird movie.
I'll have to go back and rewatch it. Does it hold up?
It's kind of a weird movie.
Does it hold up?
It's alright. It's alright. It's funny.
Wasn't that like
kind of far-fetched in some points?
Wasn't that like one of Cameron Diaz's first like big breakout roles?
Dude, I don't know, but
she's young in that movie.
Yeah, she is. But I was watching it, and when they introduced people in the movies, it said introducing Cameron Diaz. I was like, was this her first fucking movie? Like, or first like big like Hollywood hit?
At age 21, Diaz auditioned for The Mask, playing a sultry, smooth jazz singer, Tina. The Mask became one of the top 10 highest grossing in '94 and launched Diaz as a sex symbol. After newfound fame, Diaz played leading roles in independent films, yada yada yada.
So it was her first film,
So I don't know if it wasn't.
her first like Hollywood big major blockbuster, I guess you could say.
I'm trying to. I mean, under her
Also-
filmography, The Mask is first.
I'm gonna
So-
go ahead and say yeah.
Maybe it was like her first actual role. I mean, I'm not finding anything on the wiki that had anything.
That's
before that.
awesome.
She was a
Yeah,
fashion
it's-
model at
it's-
age 16.
Damn. Yeah, it said introducing Cameron Diaz. So I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. But also when I was like researching that whole mask situation, I found out that in 1994, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective came out, The Mask came out, and Dumb and Dumber came out all in the
was a good
same
year.
year.
That was like
How fucking crazy is that, dude? How much money did Jim Carrey make in 1994? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like I know they had to start filming, years prior, however many years or whatever they do before a movie is released, how many years, what the timeline is. But the motherfucker was busy
yeah,
filming all three of those movies, and like the next year or like 2 years later or something, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, When Nature Calls comes out, and like all these other heavy hitters, and I was like, dude, this guy's fucking busy in the early to mid 90s. Jesus, I was just shitting my pants.
I think.
Cool stuff. Cool stuff.
When did Terminator come out?
Terminator. Get down.
I don't know. That was 84.
What? Yeah, I don't know, but I thought that was pretty interesting. It was a pretty cool movie, but
I'll have to see if
Whatever.
I can find it and go back and.
yeah,
Watch
it's on
it at some
watch on
point.
Hulu. I don't know if you have Hulu.
I just signed up for it today because I started watching
Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
Rick.
that Pickle Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Pickle Rick. Good. I just canceled it, so I have it till.
Well,
August.
I did the thing where like I signed up for a free month. I'm gonna binge a bunch of shows and then cancel it before they start charging me.
That is classic. And then you're gonna be like, wait, I want to watch the show. New email. Boom. Binge watch.
Funny thing, that's what I did
Cancel it.
last time I watched Rick and Morty. Because I used
Yeah,
my
wow.
one email, and now I just like have that email I originally used for like junk email, and like I have another email set up for more like important like work and bills and stuff like that. So
Yep,
I used that
that's how it goes,
email,
man.
and I'm just gonna cancel it off that. So
That is the ultimate thing.
huh.
That's the way to do
Yeah.
it. But all right. Have you heard anything about Zombieland?
I heard the original actors are slated for it or something.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sweet, don't y'all? Did you like that movie?
I thought it was pretty good.
thought it was fucking great.
I only watched it once when like it first came out on DVD.
Woody Harrelson's a boss.
Is it Michael Cera that's in it?
No,
Or
it's
is
Jesse
it-
Eisenberg. It's the same
Jesse
fucking
Eisenberg,
person. though.
right? That
Yeah,
That's
they're
why.
interchangeable people.
yeah. And
Yeah.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone and I forget who the little girl is. I don't know. Not a little girl anymore. But
Nope.
apparently, yeah, Sony Pictures will be bringing Zombieland 2 to theaters in 2019 with the original directors, writers, and many of its stars, including Emma Stone, Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, and Abigail Breslin.
Yep. Just looked it up.
So that's pretty sweet. Yep. The sequel will go into production in January of 2019 and will arrive later in the year in October, 10 years after the original. Holy fuck, it's been 10 years already?
Mm-hmm.
Zombieland director Ruben Fleischer returns for the sequel, as most recently been working on this fall's film Venom. Damn. The two writers of the original film, Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese, have been writers for Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and teased this a couple months ago. Sweet. Original director, original cast, writers of Deadpool, Deadpool 2.
Sounds solid.
I'm thinking it's gonna be a pretty good movie. I enjoyed the first one, and if they can just at least if they can match that or just go a little bit above, they'll be a success.
So you made me think. Like you said, it's been 10
10
years.
years.
So that's for a movie. So as I'm sure you know, I know you haven't watched the show, but with Game of Thrones, it's based off a
Mhm.
book series called A Song of
Yeah,
Ice
yeah.
and Fire. It's supposed to be a 7-part book series, and right now only 5 are out. and people are waiting for the 6th book.
Mm.
The 5th book was released in 2011, so it's been 7 years.
Holy fuck.
People are complaining, we want it. Apparently, George R. R. Martin, the author, has been saying, I'm working on it. Hopefully, it'll be out by the end of this year. And he's been saying that for like the past 2 or 3 years. People are like, I don't know if we're ever going to get it. But that made me curious because I, for some reason, at one point looked up the Dark Tower series by Stephen King.
Yeah.
In between the 1, 2, 3, 4, in between, wait. I didn't know that was, no, that's not, 1, 2, in between the 4th and 5th book was 15 years.
Fuck.
Now,
Dead before it comes out.
Granted,
Holy shit.
Wait, no. What is this? Never mind.
Do math.
That doesn't, no, that's not right. Never mind. It was only 6 years.
Yawning. Wait, what? You
No,
just skip a book?
so no, the way I don't know what this book is. Because all right,
Matt, are you drunk?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna link you to this, and so under the wiki for Dark Tower, it says The Little Sisters of something, which came out in 98, and then The Gunslinger, which is the first book, came out in 82. Drawn of 3 came out in 87, which is the second book. Wastelands came out in 91, which is the third book. Wizard and Glass came out in the Wastelands came out in 91, which is the third book. Wizard and Glass came out in 97, which is the fourth book. And then it says The Wind Through the Keyhole came out in 2012, but that's not the 5th book. The Woods of Kala is the 5th book, which came out in 03. But it has The Wind Through the Keyhole in between the 4th and 5th book. That's why I was confused.
The fuck?
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Nope.
I don't know what that book is. So never mind. Forget what I just said. It doesn't make sense.
Forget what Matt just said. Doesn't make sense.
It was the 8th. All right. It's part of the Dark Tower series. It's the 8th novel, but chronologically, it's set between volume 4 and 5. Okay. The fuck?
Yeah. That's fucked up. I'm looking up other like book series too. I look at the Harry Potter series. I know the first book came out in 97.
That sounds about right.
But they're saying what's the name of the first book?
So in the
Don't look
US,
it up.
it was the Sorcerer's Stone. In the UK, it was the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah. I did not know that. I'm looking up here. I'm like, what the fuck is the Philosopher's Stone?
I think there was a couple other title changes, weren't there?
I don't know. Chamber of Secrets is the same. Prisoner of Azkaban is the same. Goblet of Fire, Order of Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, Deathly Hallows, all the same besides the first one. So I see. But I did not know that the first one was also called the Philosopher's Stone in the UK.
I did know that. I don't remember why.
Yeah, why the fuck did you know that, Matt? Why you like know?
It might have just been one of those things I saw online and just stuck with me.
Gotcha. Yeah, well they're pretty consistent. 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 2 year, 2 year, 2 year. That was pretty good. But anyway, just curious. That was my jam back in the day. But yeah, you're talking about your audiobook series. Series. Tomorrow I have to travel for work, so I'm just gonna listen to an audiobook on the road. And I got the 5th book of the series that I've been listening to over the past about year and a half now. I think I told you about the Magic 2.0 series.
Yes.
Yeah, I've talked about it.
I think so.
It's also about like time travel and like manipulation and kind of, it's just like pretty much you're manipulating time and space, but it's just a computed program that you're manipulating rather than actually performing magic. But they do everything under the pretense of magic. Like, oh, I'm going to do this. I levitate. They just put it in the fucking program that they're going to be 6 feet off the ground. Like, that's it. So it's pretty cool concept. I like it. And the 5th book just came out about last month. I bought it and I finally get to listen to it tomorrow. So I'm excited.
How long is it?
I hope it's only 7.5 hours, which
That's
is
short.
kind of short. Yeah. The other books have been like, 10 hours, 11 hours, 13. And this one, it's like 70% of the other one. So it's like, pretty damn short. But out of credit, So, and I've listened to every other one. I love that series, so I might as well use it on that.
Yep.
So, not bad. I'm excited. I want to hear kind of what happens, but I won't ruin anything for you. I suggest that series though. It's funny.
All right.
The narrator's awesome. Narrator can make or break an audiobook. Could be a fucking awesome book. If the narrator sucks ass, I'm not listening to it.
That's why I think one of the reasons I couldn't get through Ready Player One on audiobook is because I don't know if it was the narrator or the writing or both, but I just was having trouble getting through Ready Player One on audiobook.
I liked it.
Like, I liked it. Like I said, I don't know if it was a mixture of the writing or the narrator, but it was just like I listened to like an hour or two of it, and I was just like, I can't do this. Like, maybe if I read it, it'll be different, but like, I was having trouble getting through it.
Yeah. I liked it.
So maybe I will check out that series after I get through Dark Tower.
It's pretty good. It's funny.
I'm gonna start the Warhammer series universe after Dark Tower. Or I'm going to start reading this after I finish Altered Carbon. But that is a massive universe, which I think I've said before. It's like 100 and some novels by like 30 different authors at least. And
how are you going to get through it all?
Well, the thing is, it takes place over such a long, expansive time that like people have said like, start off with one of these two series. Because they kind of lay good groundwork for like the universe that's set in. Which the book I have is supposedly like gives a good like dark foreboding sense of the universe and like kind of describes like all the factions in the universe pretty well. So like from there you can kind of be like, all right, this faction seems cool. I want to go with the elves, or I want to go with like the whatever, or this or that, or the other thing. But it's just like people will just write. I've looked up online. People are like, don't read this series. Like it's not good.
Hot garbage.
Yeah, it's like please. Don't read this or don't read that, or this part of this series was good, but you don't have to worry about this part. And it, like I said, it also takes place over such a long amount of time that like some things that happen in one series are completely irrelevant to another. So I'm trying to think of how I would compare that to any other series.
That's fucked
universe that I've read or heard of, and I can't.
That's a weird concept too.
Yeah, but it's just such a big universe that like takes place over like thousands upon thousands of years that just
shit.
Like at one point, I remember I was looking at a omnibus at Barnes and Noble for it was Malekith the Dark Elf Lord or whatever from like, and it was like, I know Malekith is from like is he like in Norse mythology, or I know he was in Thor.
I have no idea.
He was in the second Thor. He was the Dark Elf.
That movie fell off so hard. I don't remember that movie at all. Dark World. Nope. Forget it.
Yeah, Malekith has been in the MCU. He's in Warhammer. Maybe he's not in Norse mythology. Well, maybe he is if he's in Thor.
True. I have no idea. I
don't know. But it's just like there's so many characters that it's like,
yeah, gotcha. Dude, I am
massive.
Completely irrelevant. I am tired.
I'm not.
I don't know why.
I've been up since 4 a.m.
Christ. Anyway.
All right. I need your opinion on something.
Let's hope I can lend it.
So I have 2 weddings coming up in the next 3 months.
Fuck that. I'm so sorry.
Do I get a haircut or I just rock the longer hair?
Let me see it again. That's real long.
Huh?
It's real long.
Yeah, I know. That's
the longest I think I've ever seen it.
It's the longest I've ever had it.
Why?
Like,
out of curiosity, just letting it grow. Just fuck it.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I just buzzed mine not too long ago, but
yeah, I've been lazy. I mean, like the only people that said
okay.
the only people that said I need to get a haircut are my parents, my two sisters, and the
Of
one
course, of
girl
course.
I kind of regularly go to the bar with. Everyone else is like, dude, you can rock that. I need opinions.
As long as you don't fucking ever put that shit in a man bun, because I
I'll
will go
never do a
there
man bun.
and I will cut that off myself.
I'll never do a
Fuck
man bun.
man buns.
Nope.
Ugh. Jesus.
Nope.
Okay.
That looks creepy. It looks like you're staring into my soul, which I don't have.
Look at the hair.
Yeah, I know. It's like I don't know.
I think I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it's fuck it. It's personal preference. Do you want to do it or not?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
My opinion is go with your heart, man.
I mean,
Trust you.
like I said, a lot of people were saying I can
Trust
rock.
you.
I rock this longer hair. It's just like 4 people that are telling me I need to get a haircut.
Of course,
Maybe
it's your
maybe
family.
I'll
Yeah.
ask the person I'm going to the weddings with, because I'm going with the same person to both.
Mhm.
And see what she thinks.
What would you prefer?
I honestly don't know.
That's a good good call.
Yeah.
Ask the
Ask the date.
+1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a bad idea.
So
Yeah, fuck that though. Weddings suck. You're not in any of them, right?
nah, I'm just going
Good.
as a guest, which I am happy about.
Yeah. It's expensive to be in weddings.
Yeah, and it's also nice
Bullshit.
because like the one when I'm going to in Virginia, like I know, like I guess now I know, like on maybe the one guy is in the wedding party. I knew maybe one other person that was going to be there
Mm-hmm.
before my +1. It was one of those things where it's like the wedding we were in together for our buddy Derek.
Yeah.
Like it's the first time I ever saw what they did where like I remember in the I don't want to say older times, but like I remember when I was real little going to weddings where like the whole wedding party set up with the bride and groom
Mm-hmm.
and like everyone else was in front of them.
Yep.
The wedding we were in, it was just the bride and groom were at their own table, and then like the whole groomsmen party and their +1s were at their table, and the whole bridesmaids party and their +1s were at another table. It's the first time I ever saw that, and then I went to my cousin's wedding a couple months later, and his was the same way. Yeah,
Weird.
and then like I've heard other people doing that too, and it's like it makes more sense doing that because the wedding we were in, my +1 who's going outside of like the groomsmen, some of the groomsmen, me, you, our buddy Chris.
Yep.
She didn't know anyone there.
Yeah.
And it was like
So,
going
yeah.
to the wedding I'm going to in August. It was going to be the same way until I had the +1 and my other friend is gone. It was like
Mm-hmm.
it, and my buddy who's in the wedding party was like, unless they do the whole seating thing again, where like the brides or the groomsmen are kind of off on their own table. It's like I don't know. I'm gonna sit there in silence, looking at my phone, drinking beer
Mhm.
again, shit faced. Speaking of which, I actually need to reserve a hotel room now that I think about it.
I have to
Should
travel
do
for
that
work
soon.
tomorrow. I just booked a hotel room like right before this podcast.
Yeah.
I procrastinate so bad. Like I never factor in the fact that hey, there can potentially be no fucking rooms if you don't move your ass. I was just
So,
wing it. Winging it. Yeah. I would say do whatever your +1 suggests because you're gonna be getting pictures and shit,
yeah.
and you don't want her to be like, "Oh, fucking cut his hair," or
I mean,
That's it.
she saw a picture of me recently. 'Cause I was in a Instagram story for something kind of work related, and she saw it and she was like, "Dude, your hair is getting long." It's like
gnarly
yeah.
AF.
But
Gnarly
she
as
didn't
fuck.
really say if it should be cut or not.
Ask.
Yeah.
Easiest thing to do. But that's cool. Just go.
So I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, I gotta figure out weddings too. I got potentially 2 coming up within a week back home, and it's like,
Yeah.
and one's the day after my potential exam,
Ooh.
so it's like I gotta take a red eye Get home. I
Yeah.
take the fucking exam. Get on a plane.
Yeah.
Fly out through the night. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. We'll figure it out. Got till October.
Yeah.
October day to figure it out. But besides that, I'm just gonna be doing nothing
Yep.
besides studying.
So you posed an interesting question, which I haven't really been
Yes.
thinking about.
You want to wrap it up with this? But
We'll see how long this goes. We'll bring my question up if it only takes like 5 minutes.
Okay.
And you asked if your life could be a video game, what would it be?
Which
That-
video game would you be? It's a fuck. I typed too fast.
Your phrasing was if your life could be a video game, what, which, and why?
Yeah.
Uh,
Which one and why? What? Which why?
Now, am I gonna be the main like character?
No, you're a shithead NPC who just walks around when they talk to you, be like, "Oh, it's a great day." That's it.
Mario Kart.
I'm just Mario Kart. Fuck, that'd be cool. No, that'd be shitty. Just racing constantly.
We don't have to worry about dying. Think about it. If you're in GTA,
Dude,
you're gonna die.
Okay, think about any video game though. You always respawn.
Do you though?
Yeah, I mean, it's old video games you die and then you start at the beginning, but you're still there.
I
But does
honestly don't
anything
know.
happen after? Oh. Matt is stumped. It got really dark in here.
I'm gonna do this.
Get some light.
Let me pull up my Steam list real quick.
Oh, he's gonna go to the records.
Wow, I'm surprised I didn't think of that first.
Hmm.
Hang on, let me just
What?
let me just keep scrolling real quick.
Okay, you're the main character.
I think I have my answer. Just gonna keep scrolling.
You're the main character. Does that change things?
It's telephone.
What's up?
Ooh.
What
Hmm.
you got? What you got?
I would say
Just
Batman.
guttural noise. Batman. Which one? Arkham Knight. Arkham Asylum. Which one?
See, that's tough because spoiler alert, in Arkham Knight you're actually like poisoned. Like the entire game. And the Joker is in your mind and you're constantly like getting fucked with, and at one point you like have some psychedelic weird ass acid trips.
I would pick that one.
I don't know if I go with that, but he's really powerful in that game. But at the same time, like Arkham Asylum, like you're safe from any of that stuff.
True.
I'd say Arkham Asylum. Arkham Asylum, Batman. What about you, Albert? Alberto?
I don't really think about it until I pose the question.
Wow.
But the more I think about it, dude, just GTA all day. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can rob shit. So you always have money. You can steal cars, any car you want. You run from the
Die,
cops.
you respawn
and
at the hospital.
Exactly. $5,000 later, you're fine.
You get
manipulate the stock
arrested,
market to
you pay
15 trillion.
You get arrested, you pay $3,000, keep all your guns and all your stuff.
Yeah. Last time I checked, there was no lawyer fees in GTA. So that's fine.
True.
You never have to fill up on gas. Your cars are always good.
Never realized that.
Never
Realized that. That's true.
You never have to eat. I mean, you could eat, but you never have to eat.
Never have to eat. Never have to sleep.
Nope. All you do is just shoot, steal,
That's true.
go to a strip club, and hang out. It's gotta be GTA. Every other game is kind of like so limited, but GTA you can just do whatever the fuck you want. You can learn to fly a plane.
Yeah.
Fuck that plane. I don't want it anymore. Jump out of it and parachute down and steal this
Fair
guy's
enough.
fucking Lamborghini.
Fair enough.
I'm going GTA.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
I'd be Trevor though. Gotta be Trevor.
You would.
You gotta be. You're gonna be Michael.
I don't know. I haven't played single player enough to know the characters.
It's true.
That's still a game I need to beat the campaign on,
Yeah, it's good. It's all right.
along with the 115 other games in my Steam library.
You got a lifetime's worth of games, man.
Dude, I do.
You're probably not gonna be able to play all of them.
Especially,
Just throw that out there.
I mean, a lot of them are like, oh, it's a Steam sale. I'll pick it up for $5 and maybe play it at some point.
Yeah. Whatever.
We'll see. We'll see.
You'll see.
We'll see.
Okay. What's your question? It didn't take that long.
So, we've touched on stuff like this before. I don't know if we've gone this specific. So, like before, we've said, what do we miss from video games?
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever post a question of what we missed, like in real life outside of video games from when we were younger?
Nope. Didn't talk about that.
Alright.
That list can go on and on and on.
Good. Do we want to?
What we did talk about the fact that we had so much more time. When you're a kid, you have just so much more time. Like this whole summer,
Yeah.
go outside and play video games in the morning. Go outside, play all day, do whatever the fuck you want. Go ride your bike, go skateboard, do whatever. Come back in as soon as the sun goes down. Play video games till you pass out. Wake up, repeat. Wake up, repeat. 2.5 months straight.
I would be outside until after dark,
Oh yeah. Sometimes doing stupid shit, but
like until like 9 or 10 at night at least.
yeah. Oh yeah. Sometimes playing manhunt and stuff like hide and go seek tag all around town. That was fun.
Or
Real
just shooting the shit,
playing baseball. I miss playing baseball, like Little League.
playing football with my buddies.
No, like actual like on the
I wasn't too good
Whatever.
at baseball.
whatever team.
I
That was
couldn't hit. I
good.
couldn't hit the ball.
I was good, but I just like going to the concession stand and shit and getting pizza stuff afterwards. And, like
You fatty.
4 Mountain Dews.
You fatty.
Shut up, dude. Those fucking fun dips, those mega fun dips. I had one last night. Fun dips are good.
All sugar. I bet that's perfect for your workout routine.
It's not. But
Didn't think
it
so.
was okay. One fun dip every decade is fine, I'd say.
Alright.
Yeah,
fine.
I'm gonna say it, but probably that. Fuck, I miss playing Manhunt. That was a fun time. After dark, it's pretty much hide and go seek tag at night
Yeah.
around the entire town. Like you'd
Yep.
go into like your neighbors' bushes and shit. Like that was fun. All the kids around town. Friday nights was Manhunt.
Yup.
We would do it all the time, literally every Friday night, from streetlights on until for like 2 or 3 hours. And all you do is you hide, you see somebody, and you're just fucking sprinting. That's all it is. It was.
That was rough.
It's
I don't know
hard
how I
and
had
it's
that
fucking
much
scary,
energy.
especially in a cornfield playing Manhunt.
Didn't have those around me.
We had one right in our backyard.
That would be
You got
terrifying.
got cut like shit. Like the fucking the leaves of the corn.
I could believe it.
That thing cut you to your fucking bone. It hurts.
That sounds
But
terrifying.
but I miss that. Going to your grandparents' house and eating a fuckload of snacks.
Yeah. Like I remember when I was younger, like
So many
Whenever-
snacks.
not even just that, but whenever it was someone's birthday on my mom's side,
Mm-hmm.
it was like either a Sunday before or the Sunday after. All of us would just get together, celebrate the birthday, eat cake, and just sit around for like 3 or 4 hours.
Just talking about nothing.
Yeah.
But everything.
It was like
Yeah.
now that we're all getting older, like we don't do that anymore. It's like, well, maybe
Yeah.
if I ever have kids someday, or my sister ever have kids someday, maybe
The pattern
we'll
will
start it up
repeat,
again
but you're
and
in a
repeat
different
it.
role.
But it's just like we haven't done
Yeah.
that in at least 10 years, I want to say. So it's just like
We usually do that for like Christmas and stuff, like Christmas, like
Chris-
New Year's.
we get
No.
together for Christmas, sometimes New Year's, and then we have like a big family reunion picnic every August.
That's cool. It's coming up. Something to look
Yeah.
forward to.
But it's also one of those
Oh, yeah,
things
dude.
where it's like sometimes I'm away on a trip, or like one of my sisters is away, or like
Yeah.
my cousins are like off on a trip, or like doing something with baseball.
Yep.
So
My cousins are always away doing something cool like nowadays, so it's like it's really hard to get together.
yeah,
Especially, I mean, now that I moved, it's never gonna happen except for major holidays.
yeah.
So, We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see how that goes. But yeah, what about you? Like-
I
guess we're doing it contemporaneously, but
yeah.
Anything else key
No.
that pops out? I'm sure as soon as we end the podcast, I'll be like, fuck, I want to talk
Probably.
about that. Fuck, I want to talk about that. Oh shit, that was cool too. But
Probably.
Pool hopping was fun. Miss doing that. Didn't miss track practice in
You were in track.
fucking 7th and 8th grade. Yeah, fuck that. Go run a mile.
No.
Fuck you. I'm on the military. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm signing up for track and field. Go run a mile. No, I don't want to run.
Oh, that was the one I was forced to do. My mom always made me do a sport, and I thought it wasn't gonna be hard. It's fucking because you can't eat a bunch of shitty snacks and then go run 2 miles. you know?
That was your own damn fault.
Yep.
So I found one last thing, which if we want to end it on this, we can.
Okay.
Continuing our Reddit feature.
We're gonna implement that in a more structured pattern, I think. But Reddit on Reddit.
I honestly just saw as I'm like looking for stuff to bring up for topics. I found it on Reddit. Shower thoughts.
Found it on Reddit.
So, a lot of people know about Pokemon.
I love shower thoughts.
With Ash Ketchum and the theme song being "Gotta Catch 'Em All." Well, apparently someone did the math, and for wanting to quote unquote catch them all, Ash has only obtained 68 Pokemon out of the total, which is currently 807 Pokemon, which is 8.4%.
Motherfucker got a lot of work to do.
In 20 seasons. To truly catch them all, it will take Ash 238 seasons to catch them all. That's assuming they don't add more Pokemon into it.
They will. And that guy's got to step his game up.
Yeah, he's got a workload ahead of him.
He's gonna get some Ultra Balls and just start tossing.
Yeah. He's got some
I'm
work to
excited
do.
for that. Those new Pokemon games come out for Switch.
Yeah,
by the way.
I saw the
God
the-
damn, that's like
the
3
updated-
lifetimes, man.
the updated
4
map
lifetimes.
for it. The updated map for it of like the Kanto region, the original area.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm sold.
Dude,
Like,
as soon as they mentioned that was the original area, I was like, that is my childhood. That is
Yeah.
that. Like
I was like, all right, that's
even,
pretty
like,
cool.
on vacations. Like we would go on vacations, like
Yep.
like to the beach, whatever. And it would just be me, and my cousins, with our Game Boys, and our Game Boy Links, and we were just battling and playing and just
and trading.
be at the beach all day. And then like at
Yep.
night before we went to bed, we were just like we were trading, get your champs, get your. It was fucking awesome. That was like that was childhood right there. There were
Yeah,
worm lights going.
I saw the updated map on it, and I was like, I was hesitant before it, and I was like, all right, this is kicking me in the feels right now. I probably gonna
Yup.
buy this.
For if I don't know what probably would be $60 game, right?
I would assume so.
Yeah, it's gonna be a full price game.
Yeah.
For $60, how much time I can put into that game and how much
God.
nostalgia it's gonna give me? Done deal.
I will literally probably take it to the gym, and like if I have
Uh-huh.
like a 2 or 3 hour period where like in between setting and coaching that I have,
Yeah.
I'll probably just get on the treadmill, start walking on the treadmill, and just play it.
You'll feel like you're walking and actually catching them.
I mean, I don't know about that, but it would be like, at least I'm not
Pokemon
sitting down.
Go.
Like I'll be sitting there walking and actually
Yeah.
doing something, being
Yeah.
quote
Hell
unquote
yeah.
productive.
I can't wait for those games. Also Spyro in September. Dude, oh my god, so many games coming out soon.
Yeah,
But-
we've been over this. I don't have the money.
I don't have the money. I don't have the time. Is the thing.
Also, I forgot to mention this.
What you got?
I got the Steam Link.
Oh,
Uh,
Matt got a Steam Link.
I
Everybody.
didn't actually hook it up yet. 'Cause the only TV I have is this one, which my PC is hooked up to right now. We're still waiting for
Gotcha.
other people to move in. When they do, maybe I'll try and set it up
Nice.
upstairs and see how
Hell yeah.
it rolls.
There you go. You're all set up, dude. You're all set up.
I'm getting there. I still need an actual bed, which is coming next weekend, and
Fuck that. No, you do not.
a room partition
fine.
right there behind me.
Just get some tapestries. You're fine.
I need something to hang there to divide the basement.
Tapestry.
So,
Tapestry.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Just go
So-
to the mall and go to like the pothead store. I don't know.
Well,
That's
I
what they
also
call it.
I was looking online, and like I saw like room dividers with like shelves on it, and I was half thinking
pretty
about
cool.
getting like one of those because like I have a bunch of, I know I've showed you before, Like when I used to be subscribed to a Loot Crate, they would always send like a bobblehead or something.
Yeah.
So I have like 20 at least of those, and it's like they're just sitting in a box right now. It's like, well, if I get that, I can put them up behind me, be a cool backdrop.
Hell yeah, it would be pretty sweet.
Or maybe
I
I'll
got-
try and find like a cool like
Got fucking bananas, dude. Hell yeah.
maybe I'll try and find like a cool like tapestry of like something retro, like the original Pokemon map or something.
Yeah.
I
Dude, one last thing. When I was at the arcade this weekend, in the bathroom, the men's bathroom, they spray painted all like I have a picture actually. I don't know if it's kosher to do that, but there's centipede, and the centipede
Nice.
going across the top of the wall. The other wall is it's a brick bathroom, so they painted the original 8-bit Mario on there. There's Bowser
Nice.
there. It's fucking cool.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, they did that pretty nice. But anyway, let's wrap it up there.
All right.
And call it a week, and we'll catch you guys next week.
What was this?
This is Adventure 20. We'll see you guys in another adventure next week.
Bye.
Bye.